Coach Moore was talking about practicing different types of tackling in practice today. What kind of different types of tackling is he referring to?
We call it hitting the strike zone. Baseball they have from the chest to about the knees is the strike zone. So that's primarily what we were working on today, lowering our target level of hitting in that section, particularly, trying to stay away from the upper level of hitting.
How hard is that to keep in mind during a game when things are going so fast? Obviously, you were a victim of the targeting penalty against Stanford.
It's extremely hard, especially because we were trying to protect ourselves just as well. They're trying to protect themselves. We're playing football at the end of the day, and none of when I got kicked out the game, it wasn't intentional. It wasn't like I was trying to have helmet-to-helmet contact, but playing a game of football sometimes it's going to be some helmet-to-helmet contact, non-intentional. And on that particular play, guy is 6'6", he lowers his head and he hits my head. I'm aiming, as you can see, for his midsection, and I get kicked out the game for that. I don't understand that at all. I feel like that rule needs to be reviewed. In basketball there's a flagrant 1, flagrant 2. I feel like there needs to be different levels of a targeting foul, because if there's non-intentional, you clearly see that it's not. I'm not trying to launch myself at somebody's head or something like that, or another player on the opposing team is not trying to launch themselves at another player's head. It shouldn't be kicked out the game for that. We worked hard all off season for 12 games, and then hopefully a bowl game after that. You get so many opportunities to play the game of football, and one getting kicked out the game, especially like that early, that hurts.
Through 5 games, when you look back at the tape and everything that's happened, what would you say are the strengths of the defense and the things you guys need to work on?
Strengths of the defense is when everybody's on the same page, communication. It helps a lot, having leadership out there. We had a couple games where Jaleel wasn't out there or Kenny Young wasn't out there, I wasn't out there. It's just that leadership that gets displayed on defense. Really, it comes from us 3 guys as the core of the defense, along as JTM in the front line. So it's just, we need to be healthy. You see the kind of, I wouldn't say drop off, but just the lack of experience out there by some of the younger guys who do get that opportunity to step on the field sometimes when we're not out there.
How is your knee doing? I know you didn't miss any time for that. It was maybe a little bit close at the playing in that Memphis game. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Working in the treatment room every day and just trying to get better. So, doing the best I can to make sure I'm healthy and ready to go on Saturdays and be that picky that everybody knows on Saturdays for my teammates. Really.
How close were you to not playing? Because I know you didn't play in that first drive.
I was really close to not playing, but my team needed me, and it's not about me all the time. If I can play through some pain or something like that, I'm willing to get out there and sacrifice it all just to help my teammates out. That's that brotherhood and that bond that we built throughout the whole off season this year. So if I'm gonna hurt a little bit, so be it. I'm gonna try to get out there and give my all and do the best I can to be successful and help the team win.
Out of all the games you played through an injury in, was that one of the harder ones to play through, or was it kind of on the middle scale? Or
it was a hard game to play through. It was a lot of pain, but I had called my father, had a good talk with him before the game, and I had some family out there and stuff like that. And it's always, growing up, it was, if you could play, pain or not, just get in the game and see you do the best you can, and that's what I tried to do. Ended up getting an interception that game, so we ended up losing, unfortunately, but it was all a learning experience, really.
Coach.
I don't know if this is a thing, but I saw that you were wearing a championship belt earlier in the game. Then next week you passed it to Mossy. Is that a recurring thing, like someone wins the championship belt? Or?
Basically, it's just a player, the best player that performs on special teams that week, and it happened to be me performing. I blocked the kick against A&M, and Mossy, he did a good job in the Hawaii game, I believe. And he had the belt, and I think the new holder is Quinn Lake, another DB. So it's staying in the DB family. Hopefully I can get it back soon.
Coach Moore was saying you were working on scramble drills today. How do you resist holding guys as plays break down?
It's extremely hard. Sometimes the quarterback is going to get out, and as you guys seen in the last game against Colorado, the quarterback escaped the pocket sometimes, and it's just, you covering one route and the receiver breaks that route and he either takes off down the field or he comes back to the quarterback. So it's extremely hard, but it's something you got to work on, and Coach Moore did a good job of addressing that today. And as going forward, I believe we're going to continue to do that so we can get better at that, because we're going to continue to play against scrambling quarterbacks and stuff like that. So it's going to be plays and times that the quarterback does get outside the pocket.
In games, the DBs will go like this after they make a big play. Can you describe what the significance of that is?
In the DB room, we have a shark mentality. That's what that means, shark. We call ourselves a shark gang. So we fly around just like we hunt like sharks do, in the ocean. So that's how we describe ourselves. And when you see us do that, that's what that means. Somebody on a DB that made a big play or did something good.
What was it like to play way more snaps against Colorado?
It was, I enjoyed it. My family was all at the game, so they got to really see me not just play special teams but defense too. So it was fun. I had a lot of fun being where I was supposed to be at all times. Making the plays that came to me, not really trying to force anything, and just knowing that when I'm back, I'm back.
Go ahead.
You just switched to DB earlier this year. What were you able to do and make that adjustment so quickly being able to get off the field?
Just really, I brought my football awareness with me, and I just felt like if I can catch the ball and know routes and all that, then it shouldn't be that hard to really cover them. Really, not saying that I have superb DB ability, but I just feel like I can play football very well, so I can make a couple plays on defensive back, just knowing my assignment and just being there in the right spot.